Hi everyone, welcome back to another pick a card reading for the heart and soul. I'm Cheryl Harnish. Hi, and I'm the author of the Path of the Soul, Divine Guidance, and Return of Spirit Oracle decks. So today's reading is for a pick a card for you guys who feel like lost souls, who, maybe you're weary of heart or have been going through a difficult time or are, struggling with depression and just not feeling, like a lot of things are happening in your life to really spark your heart off. This one is special just for you. And this is going to be either guidance about, what's contributing to the state that you feel you're in right now, or ways out, things that you can do to improve it for you. So I'm really excited about that. And today, of course, we're doing our 2-tiered reading, right? So in our first tier, you're going to choose one of the main groups from the top tier and then down below. So I hope you noticed we have new figurines today, and I absolutely love them. And everyone always asks me where I get things. So I got these at Phoenix Rising in Langley, British Columbia. Okay. These are handcrafted and they're like Celtic pagan ladies. And so I'm really hoping that you guys will help name our new additions to our card readings. So this is going to be choice number 1. Now I can't hold her up close enough. She actually has a Celtic symbol on her forehead, and she's holding this incredible heart here. Okay, so that will be choice number 1. I just noticed they match my fingernail polish. And number 2, we have, she has a feather here, and tucked in here, I hope you can see it, is this raven on her leg. Okay, that's choice number 2. And for choice number 3, she also has a feather, and it's an owl here on her leg. Okay, so choice number 1, choice number 2, and choice number 3. And then to add to that, to make it just more personal, we're going to have another row of choices, and I'm going to draw out 1 card from each of the decks. So it'll be 3 cards, 3 additional cards to your reading. So for level 2, we have, make sure I have this right, love, live, and believe. Okay. So as always, feel free to choose more than 1 card. I'm going to get us set up for the reading. Pause the video if you need to, and I will see you in just a sec. Hi, group 1. For those of you who have chosen our yet to be named Heart Celtic Lady, let's see what we have for you today. Okay, starting right off the bat. Well, we have light within. Okay. Now, it's funny because this card, I always know that there's been some tears or sadness because literally there's this massive teardrop shape in this fractal. But the big thing with this card is it's talking about advancing on your spiritual path through your spiritual growth. And our spiritual growth usually comes through our life experiences and challenges and struggles. But it's really talking about your guides, angels, spirit, wanting to support you and connect with you. So I find that's a pretty amazing card to have straight off the bat. Okay. All right. And we have the friendship card. And I always see this as this infinity symbol. So, as soon as I see that friendship card, I think of, the guides and angels coming in to help support you. And then they're talking about the friendship card. So just give this one. Okay. So we have the expansion card. And this is about getting yourself out there. So I kind of feel the story that, okay. And we have loved ones. And the loved ones card is talking about family, people that you've known who were incarnated, who have crossed over to the other side. So as far as like support, you guys, I really have to say you have loved ones, the friendship card, and light within, which is talking about guides and angels. So I feel like even though you can be in this place where you feel like you're really alone and not in touch, I mean, literally, Spirit is talking about this support coming in for you in almost every way that there is possible. Okay? So let's go back to the Light Within card, because one of the things with this card is that it is talking that through your struggles, that it's challenging you to kind of wake up to what is happening in your life, why these things are happening, and to, you know, instead of being at that place, and we all understand, because we've all been here, that it can feel like you're just being tousled around and you're in this place of life happening at you or to you. And this is talking about coming into this sort of empowerment, your own empowerment, and into a deeper connection with Spirit. So I really have to say that this is about you making space in your life to open a bit to like the messages or even the gentle energy that can come in our quiet times, to this support. And even just on a mental level, like when your head is telling you that you are alone and you know, it's the world out there versus me sort of thing, that when that starts coming in here, drop your attention down to your heart and just repeat to yourself, remind yourself that you aren't this human being, that you are this soul incarnated, and Spirit is here supporting you through this path, because this is a tremendous amount of growth for you. And you know, whatever this is that you've been going through, these struggles, I have to say with that big teardrop card, it's like, this is like a cleansing almost. It's like a purging. It's saying, look at how this is affecting you emotionally out here, these situations, friendships, things that are going on in your life. Look at how they are affecting you. And, you know, it is about purging the emotions, like releasing it and letting it go, and coming to these kind of decisions about what really does serve you in your path, who and what and who does not, right? But it is like, I feel like a good word to you guys, for you guys, is like you've been through this process, and now it's the cleansing part, like releasing the old emotions and releasing some of the patterns that you've been stuck in. Now, with that friendship card, okay, no, I need to go to this one first, because with this expansion card, this is actually talking about getting out and making connections with groups of people. And so I feel like they're almost saying, like, you know, even if you need to drag yourself kicking and screaming, like, I don't want to go, to get yourself connecting to other groups of people. Now, a lot of the times when this card comes up, it is talking about you joining, joining groups, doing workshops, healing circles, even things like groups on Facebook that are about topics that, you know, ignite your heart and spark some passion in you. And it is just about like making this contact with people. But the other thing with this card is that it's literally talking about through this, like finding your voice, finding your expression, looking at ways that you can share knowledge, share information. It does talk about even getting some writing out there if you have writing to do, if that's how you feel called. But in doing that, I feel like that's bringing this, like, I feel like there's been issues with friendships, either feeling like you aren't able to really make connections with the kind of people that you want to have relationships with, or having issues with your current friendships and perhaps giving you some challenges and struggles and causing you a few tears. But I feel like a part of the story of what they're talking about here is that with that, like, just kind of getting brave and taking just even baby steps, small steps to getting yourself out there in some way and connecting to other real living people, whether that is in real life or online, that this is going to bring you that connection, that doorway, that opening for you to begin to forge some really meaningful friendships. And I feel like, because I need to point out also that all of these cards have pink and greens in them, okay? And even this one has tones of green in it. And green is the heart chakra, and yellow is the alternate color supporting energy of the heart chakra. So this, for you guys, this is all about the heart, literally. And so this is about you finding that new friendship and support through getting yourself out there. And it feels like it almost does this reversal kind of energy where you've got the energies turned in with your pain and processing your pain and kind of living in it, that they're talking about, you know. And it's not an easy thing to do, so I'm not saying that it's easy. And it does take courage, right, to start breaking through the boundaries and beliefs that you're living in and have kind of consumed you at this time. But in doing that, it switches the gears of the flow, so that instead of your energy turning inwards and turning into like this black hole kind of thing where your energy just concaves you, that it'll reverse the flow in. And, you know, it takes time, right, for that forward momentum to go. But just by beginning to reach out in some way, reach out to people, that it's going to bring you the support that you need. And, you know, you also have that loved ones card and the light within, talking about your guides and angels. And I feel like for a lot of you, you guys aren't either consciously aware or aren't really realizing how much spirit is on your side and how much spirit is supporting you guys right now through whatever this is that you're going through. And I think that if you can just allow 1 ounce of your heart to just kind of let go of what is happening in here, and to like extend a hand back to the universe and say, okay, you know, I accept this love and support, even if I can't consciously see it or consciously feel it. I'm going to know that it's there. I'm going to trust that it's there. And that again is an outward motion of your energy, because with you guys, I feel like it's really an outward sort of thing. Now, this is not the end of your reading, and we still have one of our choices from our stones to do. And that's going to give you insights in other things, or to help make this reading more clear for you in some way. So I'm sending you guys all my love, and I hope I see you next week. Take care. Hi, group 2. For those of you who have our yet unnamed Raven lady, maybe that should be her name. I don't know. Let's see what we have. Whoa. Okay, we're starting off high vibration. We have the vibrational card. Okay. And with that vibration card, you know, it is talking about your energy body, literally, and the kind of what energy you are sitting in, resting in, and what kind of impact your energy has outside of you on the people around you and the world at large. Okay. Okay. It's funny. Okay, so the next card that we have is the Ascension card, which is talking about our spiritual process of ascension, of awakening to our path, awakening to our purpose, and awakening to ultimately to the higher truth of who and what you really are. Like, ascension goes with enlightenment, this whole process. And I feel like they're talking about that deeper journey that the soul goes through to wake up to the truth and stop this cycle of being reincarnated, rebirth into new lives. And kind of, anyhow, what's interesting is, this card is kind of depicting the energy body, and we have the vibrational card as well. So there's something in this for you guys that is, one, about getting really conscious and aware of the energy that you are in right now, and not just the mental state, but the energy or vibration that you are in. And it's not about, oh, you need to flip to the positive and just be positive. This is about you beginning through that awareness, going, okay, so if this is the energy that I'm in and how my energy is impacting the world around me right now, what energy is it that I want to be in? What kind of energy do I want to begin to emanate, and what kind of impact do I want to have on the world? Okay, so just hold on here. So we have the Intuitive Arts Guide. Okay, and we have the Creative card. So I have to say, there's with that Intuitive Arts Guide right off the bat, you guys are the empaths, you guys are the sensitives, you're intuitive, you're feely, you feel out into the world. And I feel like Spirit is saying, okay, so yes, it's been difficult coming down this path. You've been going through, your challenges and your difficulties and your struggles, but you know what? Now there's something else you need to focus on. And I feel like they are talking about you directly focusing on developing your intuition, coming more back into your center, into your heart, because even though the third eye is the chakra that facilitates our intuitive seeing, it's actually the heart is the machine that runs the intuition. Okay. And funny enough, our creativity or our creative force runs through the same faculty as our intuition. And I feel like they're saying that, by focusing on your creativity, so whatever creative things you like to do, you need to start to get back into that. And sometimes, when you're in this kind of depressed state, or that kind of feeling, it can be hard to have any sort of energy, or like you kind of feel like you're in this lethargic place where you're stuck and you don't want to even put out your energy. I don't want to do that stupid thing, even though you love it, right? And this is talking about just giving yourself a little push to, whatever it is you do, drawing, pottery, painting, singing. Even if you're a terrible singer, go into your bedroom, hide out in the closet, or just drive around the city if you need to and sing. Like, do any of these creative things, dance. I feel like I really want to point to things that have some sort of motion or movement to it, as well as the writing and painting and drawing and stuff like that, even like dancing, and doing work at taking the time to get quiet and start working your intuition, looking up online if you aren't already really skilled at using your intuition. I feel like they're talking about you exploring, like go research, Google on, tips on using your intuition. There's info here. I have videos on using your intuition and stuff, because they're talking about you getting back into the flow of this intuitive, creative faculty. And I feel like they're talking about that. Doing these two things is what is going to help make this shift in your energy, because it really isn't about sitting there and doing positive affirmations. Meanwhile, your life is crap and crappy things are happening and you're doing these positive affirmations. It's just more, it just creates this attention that is in resistance to what is happening here. And what the cards are talking about is switching from that place of like fighting what's happening and struggling with what's happening to come to a place of putting your focus on this creative process, onto your intuitive connection. So you still acknowledge everything that is happening here, and yep, it's here, but you're resting with it in a place more of acceptance. And these two things, the creativeness and the intuition, starts your energy in that outward motion and lifting you for these moments up out of that. And that actually gives you the clarity and insight to be able to begin to deal with what is happening in your life, and brings you into that emotional shift, which shifts the vibration of your energy and really gets you on the path of really being more authentic to your heart, instead of being a victim of life circumstances and reeling in the humanness. It's switching you over into that spiritual focus of your life. Okay. Now, this is not the end of your reading. We still have one of our 3 stones to choose from. And just so you know, I am available for personal readings, and all my information is down below. So I will see you guys in our part 2 in just a sec. Hi, group 3. Okay, for our yet unnamed Celtic owl lady. Here, I'm going to see if I can get her up close enough. Can you see the symbol on her forehead? They're just amazing. Okay, so what do we have for you guys today? Okay, right off the bat, we have Fertile card. And I always see this as like a sperm and eggs. I have to say that. And that's why it's named the Fertile card. And so, sometimes it is talking about pregnancy or things to do around fertility and pregnancy and those sort of things. A lot of the time it's talking about things that, like the energy or things being in this fertile kind of state or energy where it's kind of ripe for things to begin to manifest, or for you to begin creating things in your life. So let's just get out our cards here and see what. Okay, so we have the Path of the Soul card, and that I literally see this as we're inside on the spine, and these are the rib cage. This is the rib cage. And it's like Path of the Soul rising in this. It almost is like that ascension process, but within ourselves and rising to our highest spiritual truth. And the Path of the Soul is talking about you really, your journey of you coming to understand your highest spiritual truth. But it's also talking about the path of the soul, of like living this absolutely friggin' crazy human life and what kind of ride it can be. And it's talking about path and purpose. And so with that card coming out, I feel like a lot of you guys are questioning, like, what the heck am I here for? Like, why am I here? What is happening? Like, there must be a purpose to me. How can I put myself out into the world in a meaningful way? And so I feel like it's talking about you finding that meaning for yourself and for your existence. And let me tell you, absolutely, there is a reason why you are here, and you absolutely have meaning because your soul incarnated. That is absolute meaning and reason to your life. Okay. Okay. So the other card that we have is the blossoming card. And that blossoming card is, it's talking about, questioning. Now, okay, so these are from two different decks, actually. And this one is from the Divine Guidance deck, and it's talking about questioning your path and questioning where life is heading. And it's like, it's hitting me how it's almost funny how Spirit rigs these readings, because it's saying, like, that blossoming card is saying that you are opening, you are moving forward, things are like, you are opening to your path and purpose. And all this questioning that I'm feeling with these cards that are showing up, like especially that blossoming card saying that you're questioning this. And the blossoming card also talks about not letting your mind tell you that you are stuck, or that there isn't something here for you to do, or that you don't have a path and purpose. Like number one, do not listen to this. Like I feel like the biggest message out of this all is you guys need to get out of your head. And with the blossoming card, it's also talking about that questioning, like, who am I? Like, why am I here? What am I supposed to be doing with my life? Where am I supposed to be heading with my life? That those questions are important and they're necessary. And even though they have this energy that kind of can like almost drive us nuts at times, it's only the mind that goes, like, gets buzzed out by it. And so that's fine. Let the mind get buzzed out by it, because this questioning is not coming from the mind. This questioning is a calling from your heart, from your deepest soul. And it's like whispering to you, what is your purpose? What is my calling? Why am I here? And the soul is saying, wake up, come, it's time. Okay. So I feel like there's a lot of encouragement, and my hands are actually turning on from the energy in this reading. Like, there's a lot of healing, especially with that fertile card. So I almost feel like they're saying that this process that you guys are going through is literally making the ground fertile for you. Okay. And the other card that we have here is Femme Divine. Now that's interesting, because Femme Divine is talking about switching out of like the masculine principles of direction and how you're heading, and moving more into a place that is, instead of using strength and force and pressure, which is more of a masculine type of way to move through, it's talking about you stepping back more into the feminine and into this place of nurturing yourself, and going more from this place of intuition, of the subtle feelings. And I actually just had a conversation yesterday in one of my personal readings. We were talking about exactly this, and is that whispering and calling from the intuition about our path and purpose, and the hints that it drops to us. It comes so quietly, and it's like the softest little whispers to us. And the head the head is loud and it just yammers at us, just like la la la, and it so steps in so quickly and just like steps over this quiet whispering that it's like it's really important to make some space and to really acknowledge this quiet whispering, even though the head will step in at times and go, you can't do that, or who do you don't know anything about this. You know how the head is, right? I don't need to explain that to anybody. But I have to say that one of the other things that the Femme Divine card is talking about is being also that you are in essence this nurturing soul, and there's something about that nurturing healer kind of energy that's involved in here. So I feel like for some of you, this is like one of those signs again, or messages from the universe, that a part of your path and purpose is in the field of healing, is in a field that facilitates nurturing, that facilitates care in some way of your fellow human being, whether that's directly or indirectly. Because this whole reading is so path and purpose oriented. And so even if your head is saying, I don't know, whether you wanted to be like an energy worker or you wanted to teach, which indirectly helps facilitate healing in others, or you wanted to work in healthcare. I'm just giving examples just to help convey this message that, those places where your mind steps in, what the blossoming card is saying, or that your mind is stepping in and cutting you short on that, oh, but I would need to go to university, or oh, I need to take classes, and how can, like, I don't have the money for school, and I don't have the money for classes, and I can't get the time off work, and ooh. We have the fertility card here, and I feel like the universe is trying to say to you, you know what? The ground, the energy for manifesting what you need to move you forward in the path is right here. And I actually feel like the path is whispering to you guys, and there's a part of you that is pushing it away or ignoring it, or even for reasons of fearful of accepting what you feel like is calling you for your path and purpose, because of things like feeling like you aren't good enough, or not worthy enough, or don't have the skills and talents. And this is trying, like the universe is trying in every way it can to get that message to you that yes you are, yes you can, yes you do it, go, move forward. Okay, all right, now this is only the first part of our reading. We still have one of our stone choices to do, which is either going to bring more clarity to this, or bring some additional information to you that will just add to this, helping you get moving forward and out of the place that you're in right now. So I'll see you guys in part 2. Please do hit the like and subscribe if you've enjoyed your reading so far. I'll see you in a sec. Hi guys, for those of you who have chosen our love stone, I'm just gonna pull us out 3 cards from the Return of Spirit deck, and we'll see what we've got here. Okay, group 1, messages to help them move forward. Messages, what do they need to know, group 1? And I feel like I need this, and I'm going right here to this one. 3 sounds like a good number to me. All right, okay, so the first card that we have is the Surfacing card, and that is talking about something coming up within you that maybe you haven't been quite aware of previous to this point. And sometimes that is talking about, like, in your life, learning some new information, about situations that are happening in your life, or something new coming up as far as like starting to see within yourself some of your own abilities or your own gifts or the possibilities of things that you could possibly be doing. Okay, the other card that we have here is the Simplicity card. And that is talking about literally that things are more simple than they seem, that our minds like to step into every situation that we're involved with and complicate the F out of it. It really does. And so let's see. Okay. And we have the Intuition card. Double spirals happening out here with thousands of other spirals in here. Okay. So I know that the Intuition card also came out in one of the group readings. So if you're getting it again, Spirit is trying to hammer this home to you guys. So 1, intuition. They are talking about you coming out of that place, because I know that when you feel like stuck in your life and life is really challenging you, like I've been through this myself, it can feel like you're cut off from Spirit, that like they've somehow disappeared or something, you know, and they're talking about you doing what you need to do to get yourself centered back into your heart space, get yourself centered back into here and back into your intuition. And I feel like they're kind of saying the process is much more simple than your mind is making this. And it really is about getting grounded in your heart, like heart breathing, meditating, just taking a bit of time to do that. And since just listening, and not listening with the ears or the mind, but like even with your body and senses, to just feel the presence of Spirit around you in the room. Whatever you need to do, I'm talking about just beginner stuff. But I feel like with that surfacing card also coming up, that they're talking about your intuition kind of coming out more to the forefront. And this is about you finding ways where you can practice using your intuition with others so that you can give it space to kind of come out and hold a place here in the world for real. Okay. So that's quite the message for you guys. I also feel like I need to say this because it's kind of iggling at me, that surfacing card can also be talking about things that you aren't aware of that are happening in your life. And I feel like on some level, you might actually be ignoring some of the red flags or the signs, or that feeling like, you know, how we have just a feeling that this is actually what's happening, and we don't want to acknowledge it because it might be painful too. And so we try to push it away. And I feel like they are talking about really going with your gut on things that are happening in your life. Okay. And that, to take the simplest road possible, and don't look at the end, at the big picture. Start right here at the end, and you're just starting with baby steps. Okay. Baby steps, you guys. All right. So I am available for personal readings. All my info is down below. Please do hit the like and subscribe. And I wish you guys all my love, and I wish you all the best, giving you all my support and love. I will see you guys again soon. Take care. Hi, Group B. For those of you who have chosen our Live Stone, getting tongue-tied. Let's see, we're going to draw out 3 cards. Group 2, Group B. That card is one of yours. And I feel like I need this. And for some reason, I feel like this one right on the bottom. Okay, so first card flying out of the deck is the Prayers card. Okay, so I just need to see the other 2 to see what context this. Oh my goodness, beautiful. We have the Faith card, and we have the Innocence card. Okay, So the first one that I'm going to start with is actually the Innocence card, because when that card comes up, there's kind of like two things that Spirit's talking about with you guys. And that Innocence card is about you coming to a place where you can start to even have the smallest insight and understanding of your own innocence, that no matter how old you are or how much you should know better, you know, all of this stuff that our head tells us, that you know, at the end of the day, we are only ever operating at the level of consciousness that we are at. And so this is talking about, you know, throughout your life, like living with this core sense or feeling of like guilt that you know, you didn't do things right, and you know, you should have known better, and you should have done this, and shoulda, you know, shooting on yourself to death, right? But aside from guilt, there's also the element of shame. So guilt says, I've done something wrong. And shame says, I am wrong. Who I am as a person is wrong. There's something wrong with me. And, you know, so I feel like the universe is really talking about this being one of the core issues way down beneath the surface of what's happening for you right now in your life, that it's really important that you begin to address your feelings of guilt and shame that you carry with you, because it is directly impacting your life in a way that is not that's not in a positive way or helping to improve your life circumstances in any way. But the other thing with that Innocence card is that it's saying, you know, on some level, you need to come to the understanding that you are this vibrant, incredible piece of divine, the soul, and you incarnated into this human body, this lovely little meat suit, so that you could have this experience of playing human. And the part of playing human means you're going to make mistakes. You're going to falter. You know, you're going to have the gamut of all these incredible highs and all these incredible lows, because that's what being human is. And so they're talking about seeing the innocence of the core of you, your deepest heart, your soul, the innocence of your soul, and wanting to come here and have these experiences. Okay, so there's a tremendous amount of healing with that. Now, the other two cards that we have here is the Faith card and the Prayers card. And I mean, these two literally go hand in hand. And with that Prayers card, I do feel like when that card comes up, it usually is Spirit trying to say to you, like, we hear you, and we are trying to answer you. Because sometimes in this, with the Prayers card, it's feeling like we aren't being answered. And so this is Spirit's way of saying, we're trying to answer you. And like I always say with the Prayers card, it is important to start looking for like synchronicities and coincidences and, you know, little signs and things like that. Even like when numbers start repeating at you, which can be so annoying, it's Spirit saying that they are with you, and it's time to wake up. Okay. So, but with that Prayers card, it is also talking about having faith. And I feel like they are talking about faith in this healing process that you're going through, that these circumstances that you've been facing are to force you into this place of healing, to really begin to address the really deep things that are living inside of you. But the other thing that this Faith card is saying is that, you know, instead of coming at yourself in life from that place of doubting yourself and feeling like you aren't enough and that you are wrong and you aren't good and all of that, that it is about having, even, you know, Jesus said it, the faith of like a mustard seed is enough. Just have that, begin that one tiny seed of faith in yourself, that there is a part of you who is directing, who can bring you that guidance and insight to help facilitate this healing and bring you to that feeling where you do feel connected to spirit in your everyday life, and that you can trust and learn to trust yourself in bringing you to a place where your life is expressing in a way that is much more congruent to this big, beautiful heart that you have. Okay. So this is the end of your part 2. I am available for personal readings, and all my information is down below. And if you resonated with your reading, please do hit the like and subscribe. And I am sending you guys all my love and support and prayers. You've got this, okay? You've got this. You're going to make this through this. So for now, I'm sending you my love, and I will see you guys again next week. Take care. Hi, Group C. For those of you who have chosen our Believe stone. Okay, final message for Group 3. C3. Believe. What do they need to know? What does Group C need to know? Okay, again, I feel like I need to take this bottom card. It seems to be a hot one. That one, and I need this one over here. So let's see what message we have for you guys. Okay. So we have the Fairy Magic card. Fairy Magic, when that one comes up, that's talking about you needing to lighten up on yourself. You're being hard on yourself. You're like being like, lashing on yourself. And you could be pushing yourself too hard, driving yourself too hard. There's something about being too hard on yourself in some way. And I'm sure that if you're getting this message, you likely know what I'm talking about. But the beautiful thing with the Fairy Magic card is that it's talking that you need to kind of switch out of this force mode that you're in this hard mode that you're in on yourself, and giving yourself a little bit of space for play, to come to some sort of enjoyment, because fairies really do have that playful, they like to play pranks and tricks and that sort of thing. And I'm not telling you to go out and prank and trick people, but to really embrace that energy of that playfulness, even with other people. But if you've been in that kind of, more depressive kind of energy, it can be really hard to find any spark of joy, or to find that feeling of like passion and things like that. And I feel like this is talking about you just beginning to open your mind to the process of looking to do something for yourself here that is fun, and fun not in the means of using something for an escape, because if you love video games, you can dive into that, but it's not fun, it's escaping. And so I feel like for some reason I need to give that clarity with this card as I'm holding it, that it's not going to your go-to escape things, that this is about you doing something new, something fresh. And with that Fairy Magic card, I have to say that feels like you need to involve yourself like outside, or involve other people in some way, because there needs to be some sort of energy exchange with something alive and living in some way. Okay. So the other card that we have here is the Integrity card. And so with that Integrity card, sometimes it is saying, you need to be aware of the integrity of others who are in your life, and it's okay to question their integrity and to trust your gut on whether you feel that someone else is following or in alignment with their integrity, right? But then there's also that kind of integrity that we have with ourselves, where we say, okay, you know what? I really am. I'm gonna go and find something fun or playful to do for myself. And then we don't. We just get stuck in the feelings that we're feeling, and we don't bring ourselves to pushing ourselves to get us to move forward. And so that integrity card is talking about you guys really being in integrity with yourself. That it's like that being in that essential self-care mode, and being in that, how do I give myself self-love, right? And I feel like that's what it's talking about or pointing to with being in integrity to yourself, okay? So I don't want to be preachy in my videos, so I'm not going to ride you guys on this. I feel like you know what I mean, what I'm talking about with that, of being in alignment with your heart in what you're doing or not doing with yourself right now. And oh, this is beautiful. Okay, so the last card that we have here, you guys, is the Take Flight card. And that, my lovelies, is you, this amazing, beautiful butterfly. And it's funny because that fairy magic card, you know, I said it has that energy of like living things engaging in, you know, in energy exchange with living things, whether that's people or out in nature or whatnot, even animals. That this, with all the butterflies in here, they all interconnect with this golden energy that makes like a chain link kind of thing. And it's talking about you taking flight, you like getting out of the house, breaking out of this daily pattern to help shift you out of this down state that you're in right now. So they're talking about other people. Energy is important in some way, in any way, right? And that this big flower in the heavens, you know, it connects to this butterfly through this golden energy, and it's talking about it feeding you, feeding your soul. And so I feel like there's some nourishment needed for you guys here on the way of self-love and human interaction, living interaction with other people, other beings, and getting out to play, giving yourself some of that lighter energy. Okay, so I am available for personal readings. All my information is down below. If you enjoyed your reading today, please do hit the like and subscribe. And I'm sending you guys all my love. Get out there this week. Get out there, okay? I love you guys so much. Take care. I will be here for you next week. Take care.